Hey Hustlers, thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Holly Brink, and this is Hustle with Holly. Today I've got Sandi Lynn from That Broker Girl. Hi, Sandi Lynn.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me on the show, Holly. Ready to hustle.
Yeah, we just thought we would check in and talk about EXPCon 2020 and all of the new and exciting things that happened, and just kind of, brainstorm and talk about it together. So lots of things going on.
Yes, ma'am. Man, that was so exciting, wasn't it?
It was. I actually got kicked out so often, I ended up just watching it live on the
YouTube stream?
The webpage.
Yeah, I watched it. I didn't even bother going into the world to watch it this time because the shareholder summit, I attempted to watch it in the world, and it honestly, it was, it's so funny. It's so amazing that we have the ability to do that. We didn't have to cancel our shareholder summit. We didn't have to cancel EXPCon. But with that being said, everybody is waiting for, the platform to crash and fail. And it's like, you know what? I wanted to let the people in that wanted to, truly experience it. And I just was hanging out in the YouTube stream, making my comments and stuff. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even still, they recorded over 17,000 attendees in over 35 countries. So
that is incredible. And you know what? That is over half of our agents. So that's a really good percentage for attendance, right?
Yeah. And I mean, think of all the people that just are like, I'm just going to watch on YouTube later. Like now they have a whole, and we'll link to it below, but now they have a whole just playlist. So you can go back and you can watch all the breakout sessions, all the conversations. We had that one shark on. What's his name?
Yeah, Robert. Oh man, don't make me say his last name. Basically the nicest shark.
A nice one. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice one.
I watched that one. I watched the fireside chat. It was excellent.
Yeah, it was great.
Sorry, I've been uncapping and capping my highlighter. That's probably annoying.
No, it's okay. I don't think our mouths match up with the video, so we'll see how it turns out. But I'm going to share my screen real quick and we'll watch this video. See, we'll just watch it together, see what the recap has to say. Right on.
I love their promo videos. They do such a good job.
Yeah. So what do you think of that new logo that we have?
I love it. Yeah. There's mixed feedback on us updating our logo just because obviously agents hate change. We're going to have to update our stuff, but I was ready for it. I was never married to the original logo, but I enjoyed the EXP concept as a whole. Mm-hmm. And so I was pumped when that new logo came out. And I actually discovered it first from you because I didn't watch that part where they had unveiled the new logo. So I appreciated you sending it to all the Iowa agents.
Yeah. I couldn't wait to share it. I like screen grabbed it and like pushed it out right away. So I was like, I'm gonna show everybody. Yeah, I had mixed feelings too, you know, but I love how we're just kind of referring to the original logo as the original logo or the vintage logo, and people don't have to like stop using it, you know, but it's just like, okay, new collateral.
Like it'll be like, you know, like when you do your new stuff, use the new logo and the new, I love that they did the, I guess the grayscale color schemes for the black logo and everything. That, I mean, we needed that.
Yeah, like the secondary color palette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really.
Yes, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, and there's still the all black option, the all white option, and then the primarily blue with the little splash of orange. I really like that. So,
you know what? And the orange has actually grown on me so much that my avatar in the world, I wear orange. I actually copied you because I used to have blue pants and an orange top, but then I saw you come in with like orange pants and a blue top. So I changed mine. I'm like, oh, I like that look better. But one of my big like splurge dreams that's going on my vision board is going to be, I love Apple Watch, and it's going to be the Hermes Apple Watch, which is orange. Like I mean, the watch isn't orange, but the bands that come with it is like the Hermes orange, you know? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna like embrace the orange thing and start like having like pops of orange around and kind of like bring that in, because what I love about EXP is like we can choose our own colors for branding. Like for instance, Kate has the key. She does like all black and white branding. Like that's her clean style. I prefer, you know, a pop of color, but I wasn't sure what direction I wanted to go. And I'm like, you know what? I already love orange, you know, so
yeah,
I'm gonna make it a thing.
Yeah, because I'm kind of all in on the blue and orange for everything. The Hustle with Holly and the free real estate agent training, like fantastic.
You know, I wonder if I should change because I was playing around with red on my That Broker Girl logo. I should probably change it. That kind of be fun. Make it more consistent.
I bleed blue and orange, baby. I'm just gonna pull up here to see what we could see about the Q3 earnings. Numbers are not my jam. They're way more your jam, I think.
Oh, that's adorable that you think that.
Do you want to honestly summarize this for the people?
So what I care about is the summary of it. Basically, I am not like a guru for numbers. So honestly, go back up to the summary, Holly. But when you see the financial summary and it's just like, bam, revenue increased by 100%. We set another record in the third quarter of 2020, which is like, obviously times are trying right now. And we're, you know, EXP agents are just absolutely killing it. Well, the EXP World Holdings, what I like to tell people, a lot of people basically, it really opens their eyes when I say, we are basically a tech company that happens to own a real estate brokerage. And so when we're looking at these numbers here, that's EXP World Holdings. That's all of the companies that EXP owns, all the tech, all the companies that they've acquired, which we'll get into in a little bit. But, you know, it's like not just the real estate side of things, even though the agents are killing it.
Right.
So, I mean, the profit increase, the net income, you know, I don't know about the whole like diluted share type thing and all of that stuff. We should actually, it'd be fun to have like a stock guru on your show, and I could give you a couple of names if you'd ever be interested.
Well,
but
we could just get someone from EXP to come on.
Exactly.
Like maybe they could dumb it down for us that don't speak the EBITDA language.
EBITDA. I learned that getting my business degree. EBITDA. It's a cool term.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what it stands for. I forgot what it stands for. EBI.
Adam's in the trivia game, but I did not get that one right.
I'll remember it. It's really easy. So let's just move on.
All right, moving right along. All right, we'll stop sharing that.
I don't know. I'm still getting used to on what we should or shouldn't discuss, but here's facts. When I joined EXP, the stock was around $8 a share. It went up to 12, it came back down to 8 during, the beginning of COVID when the markets were crashing and everything. I think it was even in the 6s. I have my watch face. I don't know if you can see it, but basically at the bottom in the middle, I have it set to the EXPI stock ticker.
40 something? That's a 40.
Yes, so today it's worth $45.48. And so that's just, such amazing growth. Imagine being the ones that got in when we were a penny stock. Now we're, totally on the NASDAQ and everything. But imagine, like, did you get in when it was penny stock? You were in a lot longer.
Yeah, but I think it was like I think it was still 8, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
I joined just.
Well, I remember before I joined, it was up to 15, and I was like, oh my goodness, like if it ever gets up to 15 again, I'm gonna feel rich, And now it's $45. It was as high as in the 62s, and then it's settled down again. But it's been in the 40s, hasn't dropped below 40, and I can't remember how long. What a great year it's been for the stock.
Yeah, absolutely. I should have screen shared. We were talking about the logo, so let me just pull this up real quick so we can show the all white logo here.
So something cool that I appreciate about our company, our brokerage, is that they actually let the agents vote on a few things. They let us vote on whether to even change the logo was one of the options. Like, no, keep it as is. And if we did want to change it, do we want to change the logo? Do we want to change the name? Like, how married to the name are we? Do we want to change the colors? Like, agents as a collective got to vote on the logo itself, the color scheme, everything. So I think that that's incredible to give the agents that much say in the direction of the brokerage.
Oh yeah. I don't know what other companies do, but I think it's so important to get our feedback. And that's one thing that Glenn Sanford and our current CEO, Jason Gessing, getting the feedback of the people that are important,
Yeah.
I love the
X's.
I love the X's.
Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I love the X's.
Because I love the X's too. And you know what? This couldn't have come at a better time because I need to order some new signs. You know what? I never did see the secondary palette. I'm digging that.
There it is.
I don't know which one I'm going to do.
There's a secondary palette.
I was all into the orange. Oh my goodness.
So
that's so great. That's so cool.
Yeah, if you download this brand guidelines booklet, it's got lots of cool things, even with those X's. It shows you the different signs with the X's, and it's
love it.
Pretty robust. So we have a lot more options now too. Yeah.
Now, I guess I don't know if now's the right time, but I guess there's not as good a time as any about the logo. Are these the brand guidelines, or does EXP still let us basically have free reign on our signs as long as we're using the logo within the brand guidelines and it's approved by our state managing broker and EXP's marketing department? Are we still allowed to do what we want for our own branding, or do we need to start using those sign templates now?
No, you can still do your own. So the thing that gets hairy, if you will, is that, it has to be the approved colors. You can't change or skew.
You don't want to distort the logo, as long as it's in the brand guidelines and everything. I totally get that.
Parameter around it. In Iowa and Illinois, I know we want the EXP logo to be the same
size as the team or the personal. Yep.
Yep.
Nope. I was just curious about that because I actually had an agent ask me that. So I'll be happy to go back to her and be like, hey, because I gave her, like, that's what I thought it was. I just wasn't sure. I'm like, hey, well, I got you here.
Yeah.
On your own show.
Yeah. So you had said something about we're a tech company that has the real estate brokerage, but Glenn actually talked about how we're a personal development company with a brokerage. And that's one reason why EXP World Holdings has decided to
I'm so excited for this.
Acquire the personal development media brand Success Enterprises. So for the last year, Glenn has been mailing all the agents, you know, and we're 38,000 or more now. Is it quarterly, monthly, bi-monthly? I'm not even sure, but the Success magazine, you know, and so yeah, we're acquiring.
Yeah, I feel like it comes every 2 or 3 months. Yeah. And I was blown away by the magazine because the very first issue I received was the one with Tony Robbins on the cover. Like, this is not I mean, this media company is like insanely successful. But what was interesting was I'm like, okay, I saw EXP had like a cover of it and everything. And so I was just like, it took me a little bit to realize it's just, you know, a success magazine about business, real estate. I enjoyed reading it whenever I got it. But I was just thinking in my head, like, how cool would that be if it was EXP's magazine? And then the fact, like, when I saw that announced, I mean, first of all, I was like watching my stock for the day. But second of all, I was super pumped about it because I think the magazine is great. I mean, they get huge names in there.
Yeah. I mean, all the connections, like, because, you know, I saw something earlier, 6,000 or 600. I don't know. It's crazy. It was big numbers, but yeah, because it's more than just the magazine. I mean, it's a whole personal development.
It's a whole media company, right?
Yeah. Digital.
No, I'm super pumped.
Podcast. Yeah. So, you know, me being the nerd I am, I'm like, they're still announcing and I'm on LinkedIn, like messaging them, like, welcome to EXP World Holdings. Like,
you would do that. That's so cute. Meanwhile, I'm all like gonna like email them my resume and be like, hey, I'm gonna go into the media business now.
Yeah. No, I messaged Global and was like, I love what I do in DMV of Iowa, but I do have a passport and I am willing to travel.
That's great. I love it.
And that's one of the things, like,
very on brand for Holly Brink.
So, I mean, I guess with that, we can jump right into the new worldwide growth. So, let me stop sharing for a second. So we just launched into India, which is the 5th country besides the US that we've launched in. So we're in the US, Canada, Australia, UK, South Africa, and now India. Thoughts?
So that obviously is super exciting. It was kind of like a fun surprise to see randomly, oh my gosh, India is actually open now. Right. And to see how much expansion we've had even since I joined December 2018. Okay, so I'm a baby, not even 2 years into this brokerage. And we have opened UK, Australia, we were already in Canada, and South Africa's open. And so yeah, this is the fifth country, and it just came as a really pleasant surprise.
Yeah. It's a country of more than 1.38 billion people and 1 million real estate agents.
Oh yeah, they've got like pretty much the whole world's population over there. Like, it's going to be incredible. Insane. Ton of real estate too.
Now there's, you know, just so people know, like, there's protocols. You can't just start like cold calling people in like Mexico and India and Australia and be like, hey, like, there's protocols, and each business model is a little bit different. The splits are different, the fees are different. You've got currency exchanges and things, but like the overarching theme, you know, is the same, and revenue share will bleed over and be the same.
Which is really neat.
Which is, I think, the key, you know. But yeah, so if you have to be watching this and you're like, well, I know people, or I'm from there, or, you know, I have military family who knows people, bought, sold, whatever, this is a great opportunity, you know.
I know that where I live, the John Deere headquarters are here, and a lot of them, you know, have ties to India, have employees in India, have traveled to India. I mean, it's just like insane how, I guess, easy it is to tie the whole world together when you have that bridge, you know, just leading you there. It's already paved. You just have to use your connections. Use EXP's leverage that they've built for you. I have some good, I guess, I don't know how to word it, like spoilers or teasers. So if this needs to get edited out, it totally can, but it's really cool. I got to sit in on an exclusive call with I don't know his title, but he's basically the president of EXP's Mexico.
Was it Michael Valdez who's in charge of global?
No, because he's the director of growth, right? This is like Mexico's.
Okay, I remember that session, but
yeah. So this was like a private invite only session. And he said, number one, that their target date for opening is
Ismael Gonzalez.
Yes.
He's the new designated managing broker for EXP Mexico. Okay, so what did he say?
I'll have to look it up. I don't.
Okay.
I don't think that that's his title. It's somebody that basically is in charge of the growth, not the managing broker side of it.
Got it.
So he said that their target open is the 30th of this month. So I think we're going to get another surprise there. And then he also was explaining, and I thought this was really insightful, because you were talking about the splits, the cap, you know, things being different, their revenue share being different, things like that, right?
Right.
So it just really opened my eyes to how different the rest of the world is. For instance, in Mexico, you don't need a real estate license to buy and sell real estate.
So you and I can just go down, or we could just like apply now and get licensed in Mexico?
There's no license in
in
Mexico. You don't need a license to buy. Yeah, let's see the names right there.
Yeah, so because we got Jason Gessing, our CEO, Michael Valdez.
I guess it must be.
But then there's Brent Beavers.
Nope.
Okay.
You know what? It was a last minute call that I jumped in on, and who's down there? No, that's Michael Valdez. That's not, it wasn't who was in there. I definitely know Michael Valdez. So anyway, that was a hard concept for me to learn. Obviously, it's not for us to go start buying and selling in Mexico. But what I found interesting about it is Mexico's rules and laws, basically, they liken real estate transactions to like car dealers here. Like, you don't need a license to, sell cars. So that's like, so it just like reminded me how different the rest of the world is and their laws and their things. And then the other thing he was talking about was that there are different parts of Mexico. So kind of like the provinces in Canada, where, like all of Canada isn't necessarily up and running. It's like the different provinces that we're in, kind of like the states, like in, EXP had to open up in each of the different states. But he was saying that they're going to have to design different commission and cap structures for the different parts of Mexico to make EXP, make sense over there. And I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a little bit of tea that I took away from the call. I guess I'm gonna have to get my names right. I sound like a total noob, but I was just listening to the call, trying to absorb as much information as possible. And that's the part I really clung on to.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm going to be sure to send this video to compliance before we
Yeah.
take it out, and
They'll probably cut this whole part out just because I sound so dumb. Sandy can't even get a name right. Come on. This is water, by the way. I just like to drink it out of a wine glass.
Makes you feel fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Sidebar, your brother's avatar this morning.
Oh my God. I was going to bring that up anyway. It just cracked me up so bad. What's perfect is that only you, me, Ryan, and him knows what he looks like. So it wouldn't have like made anybody else laugh except for us. And it's like, he's the first person that basically I've ever seen actually on purpose do an avatar that doesn't look anything like himself.
Yeah, seems like.
But I truly feel like that avatar like semi matches his personality. Like if he could be somebody, I mean, that's what's great about the world. You can, I'm always skinny in the world. I love that.
Yeah, thigh gaps.
And walking in heels ain't no thing.
Yeah, only place I ever wear heels. So
yeah.
All right. So let's jump right into we kind of touched on it this morning even, but EXP Commercial, like,
oh my gosh,
finally, like nobody kind of knew how that was going to unfold, but it turns out it's a whole different brokerage separate from EXP Realty.
Okay.
EXP Commercial, is its own brokerage. It has to be, because agents that specialize and focus only on commercial don't need to be part of the MLS, the residential multiple listing service, and don't need to be part of NAR. And those are like just miscellaneous fees. They need to be part of those ticket items, like, I can't even think of them all right now, but there's actually a website for it too. So if you go to EXP Commercial, and I'm like, I wonder if EXP bought all these like eons ago, or they had to pay somebody thousands of dollars for that.
Oh, well, they probably got snatched it up before it became,
Yeah.
Just like they probably don't own exp.com, which is why they probably had to do it realty, it's like,
who knows? But yeah, so there is what am I trying to do? It's trying to show us something. View the presentation.
Ooh.
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, I want to see this.
The view the presentation, a lot of it is the same as residential, like founder, blend, timeline, EXP, explosive growth, EXP in general, our core values. What's your favorite value?
I have 3 favorite core values. I can't pick. Collaboration, transparency, and the agility.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I mean, they're all amazing. Collaboration for me, for sure. I always joke, especially in new agent orientation, that I came for the stock and I stayed for the collaboration. I spent so much time in workplace. And then integrity is obviously super important to me, especially as a broker. And then innovation. I think those are my probably top 3, but they're all.
Yeah, I was gonna choose innovation, but I feel like the agility side of it is innovative. Like we're always trying to, pivot and, stay ahead of the power curve. So that's why I chose the agility side of it.
Right, exactly. So a lot of this, again, is very just
the same good old EXP that we know and love.
Yep.
Oh, but go back to, I just wanted to see, back to one more, I think. I just wanted to see if their stock was 20,000.
The cap is 20,000 instead of 16.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Oh man, that's like one deal on a good day in commercial, but it'll take like half a year to get there, like commercial is just so different.
Right. So, a lot of this again, same stuff.
God, agent healthcare. Can you believe it rolled out a year ago?
No, it's been that long. Oh, you're right. I did see that on like a flashback or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I just remembered that it rolled out like in November because that's right when people are picking. Okay, so here's the difference.
It's a big snapshot of the difference. So it's the 80.
Wow, and they still get away with 80/20. That's incredible.
Yeah. And then in the same 250 transaction fee, $5,000 to Icon. I mean, that's the same, but then the transaction fee remains at 250. It doesn't get reduced to that 75. The $500 startup fee, $500 month tech cloud fee, which includes CoStar National Access, a CRM, and I don't know which one that is, and a cloud brokerage fee. Each transaction then includes a $250 broker review fee, and then a $350 risk management fee. So, but, you know, I've talked to just a handful of other commercial agents who said that it's competitive, if not, you know, the monthly fee is competitive, but it's that cap where we really get them and the split.
Exactly.
Because most of the commercial only brokerages, especially, I can't speak for other states, especially in the
A
Midwest.
lot of them don't even cap ever.
Right. Or there's a scale of some sort, but they don't ever cap. They might start at 50/50 and then go up, you know. So to start at 80/20 and cap at 20,000 is just,
no, that's incredible. Yeah. I'm loving it. And then to know that like you don't have to pay your own fees, your own MLS fees and stuff. That's all included in your EXP commercial fees.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. So the access to CoStar, and then basically then, you know, they don't have to refer to EXP agents, but I would be selling that as, you know, obviously you can refer any residential deals to your residential brothers and sisters and get a referral fee. And likewise, we can dabble in commercial in EXP Realty, but should we be, you know,
I have no interest in being both.
So as we start building our EXP commercial brokerage, we may be more like, no, you know, someone in your area, you know, so-and-so refer it.
Is your commercial, like here are your commercial agents that you have to choose from.
Exactly. Or partner with, you know, or whatever.
True. Yeah, you could co-list and things. So will EXP Commercial in the States have a different managing broker than the residential?
So it depends on the state. So that's why, like in Iowa, I could have been it, but I have zero experience. Craig has experience. So that's why I was like, you can just
got it.
Craig. So some states, yes, a broker can be named in multiple brokerages. In some states, no, it has to be completely a different broker. So it just depends on the state. So in states where they could, of course, it was just easier to say, hey, can you, for now, do that? But if someone's watching that has experience in commercial, is interested, you know, I know Craig's just kind of temporary. If you're interested in being the commercial broker of EXP Commercial in Iowa, for example, I know that they would accept your resume, take a look at it, and be open to hiring you. So
very cool.
Like that in a lot of states. I don't know that they've hired a permanent position at this point. So we need more agents for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so with that being said, I know we're working on the referral brokerage as well, but
good
precedence, which makes sense as far as
I'm happy. I think that this was smart to have it take precedence.
Yeah, dollars and cents, it definitely made sense. So but yeah, so that's all. I mean, it's on the radar though, and it's a similar process. It has to be a completely separate brokerage. So
interesting.
Yeah. But build out, maybe that's the CRM.
Yeah, it's a CRM and database for CRE.
So so for those commercial people that know, that's what it is. It's build out, CoStar Group. And so this is what you get for that $500 a month, which
very cool
by a competitor that I shared this with last week, that is worth the $500 a month.
Very cool. I love it.
Which I, you know, because I didn't know. So I was like, let me share this with you and tell me what you think.
Yeah. No, I can't wait. I have some commercial agents that I'm interested in chatting with.
Yeah. So yeah, more stuff to talk about another day. I mean, you know, I'd love to get someone here to talk about EXP1 because like today in today's state meeting, we had the EXP lady come talk about
Oh, the Power Girls?
Power Girls. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's kind of part of that whole EXP1 where we, you know, are all about diversity and inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say you were at the trivia during EXPCon?
No, I didn't make it there.
Okay. Yeah.
Was it fun?
Well, I was super pumped because I was in the top 5 after the first round. And then I went down and I was up and I ended up being in like the top 10 the very end, which I was pretty pumped about because there was a lot of people in the room. So
was there a prize?
just bragging rights.
Oh.
But I used their I created my own, but then not enough people came to our happy hour.
Oh.
But it's all right. It's okay.
You know what? That is, in my opinion, my only drawback to EXPCon is they tend to make it on the same week as Veterans Day.
Right. And you've got your party.
And then our Marine Corps birthday, and so there's like legit holidays going on where if it were actually like in Vegas this year, like they had originally intended, I wouldn't have been able to attend. Like that's a holiday, so EXP, if you're listening, make it not on my holiday, not on my special day, or throw me a huge party. I will accept either.
All right. Well, there you go. So awesome. Any final parting words or thoughts?
You know what? I honestly this was the first convention. Like last year, they rolled out the agent healthcare, which is incredible, but they really just nailed it with how many things they just and then this is open, and then this incredible new thing that you all have access to, and the new logo. And it was like, man, it was like a Cirque du Soleil, like amazing, festival where you're just like so fired up all over again. And the fact that they were able to pull that off virtually is just incredible.
Yeah.
To create that suspense and excitement for all of the agents. I mean, that's very special.
Oh, it was amazing. And it took a lot of work, behind the scenes. And Verbella, I mean, let's give it up for Verbella. Like they're doing that for not just EXP, like any company that needs to run a virtual.
No longer do you have to cancel your convention.
Right.
I mean, I think about I use like Rodan and Field skincare and stuff, and they had to, they moved to a virtual convention. I'm not sure what platform they ended up with, but honestly, Verbella cannot be beat. That platform cannot be beat because everybody gets, Zoom burnout. Nobody wants to sit in another Zoom call anymore. Right. No offense, Zoom. Like you've been great.
Yeah, we love you.
But I mean, it gets really I get burnt out. But in the world, it's like, I mean, I just don't.
Yeah,
I've made friends in EXP world.
There's something psychologically different about, even though we're face to face right now, there's something so psychologically different about literally being an avatar sitting at a table next to you. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. And what did you think about this morning's state meeting about having an agent go live on the board?
I thought it was great. Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool that we have the capability of doing that. Right. But at the same time, it did kind of just I felt like it threw off the whole thing because it's like, yeah, we're all cartoons here, everybody.
Yeah.
No need to.
But that's
it's cool that I get why they're encouraging agents to do that. And with the fireside chat with Robert Shark Tank Robert, I think it was necessary to see his face on there and to see him talking with Jason Guessing. And you know what, frankly, and this is kind of crazy because in my past career as a United States Marine, we were taught in boot camp to know your chain of command. And when people were commenting on the YouTube stream asking who Jason Guessing was, I was like, you know what? Okay, yeah, that's really, I'm glad that they did see his face and like start to connect like who he is. Those things do need to happen. I can't wait for, and I slash hope that, to see the day where I can actually physically attend a convention or a shareholder summit, because I can't wait to physically build those relationships in person. But, Gene Frederick says, people, the next best thing to a face-to-face interaction is avatar. It's not even what we're doing right now, Holly. It's avatar.
I agree. It's crazy and it's hard to explain. It's one of those things you have to experience.
You have to do it. I love to demo EXP World to people because honestly, gone are the days when I have an accounting issue, I just like log in and I go to accounting. I log in and to go to our meeting, I click on Iowa and I walk into our boardroom and everything. And you and I chit chat before the meeting starts, And so it's just like, it's just incredible to have the opportunity to do that. I mean, one of my favorite things is when I do need to go to tech support or accounting or anything, and I grab a number and I can walk anywhere and go do anything. And when my number's ready, usually within 1 to 3 minutes, I'm just automatically teleported into, in front of somebody. Mm-hmm. And I have their complete attention. You don't even get that in person.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. That's awesome. Well, if anyone wants to experience, the EXP World, you can reach out to me or Sandi Lynn.
Yes, you can get a pass from Holly, and that's what's so cool about that platform is we are so confident in it. You can go try it on your own time and walk around and take advantage of it. There is always that live training going on. Right. Go get you some training. Go, don't try sitting in a state meeting maybe unless you're invited. We do have some things, but the live training that we have going on and the different groups. And do you know what my favorite meeting of the week is? I wish I could say it was yours, but it's not.
All right. So today's meeting was pretty awesome.
It was an awesome meeting. Wasn't that fun?
It was.
That was a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Friday leadership meeting is my favorite meeting of the week. And I don't think that it gets enough publicity. So I'm just going to plug it right now.
Yeah.
Because I truly feel like each Friday is like a convention day. It is where they announce big stuff. Sometimes Glenn Sanford's on the meeting and we'll talk. Sometimes it's Jason Guessing, but they talk very high level, awesome stuff that we have going on. And that's the very first time that they will announce something huge. And that's your chance to be the first one in on it. And so to me, that when I talked about my 3 favorite core values, transparency being one of them, you can't get more transparent than the CEO of either the World Holdings or, the company or the president of the company or anything all over the world, people can join in on the leadership meeting and hear everything. It's incredible.
Yeah. And they live stream it on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I knew they did it on Workplace, but I need to know that going on because I need to start sharing it to my social media platforms as it's happening. I think that's going to be very powerful.
Yeah, they live stream it on YouTube. So,
that's cool.
We don't have a lot of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
We don't live in fear, it is what it is. So.
Really, this year has been a huge opportunity for EXP as a company, and they have just been taking it by the horns, and paving the way for the future brokerages, the future of brokerages.
Yeah, just in general. And that's exciting too. There's other brokerages similar to ours that are popping up, and that's to be expected, and that's great. And not, they're different strokes for different folks, I guess. So
Yeah.
Awesome. So cool. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining me, Sandi Lynn. So people can catch you on Facebook at /
Yeah, so I am
girl.
that broker girl.
Mhm.
So go to facebook.com/that broker girl. I'm actually, this episode will come out after, but you can usually find me every Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Central. I do a live show on there. And I'm also, it's also a podcast available wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And also, I would like to say that if you tune in live, I read the comments like as I'm doing my show. So you can heckle me, you can ask questions. Sometimes, depending on the guests, which I have had some really high level guests and some awesome guests like yourself, Miss Hustla. So I have sometimes the ability for you to even call in and ask our guest questions. So join in. It's a really fun show and it is explicit. Wanted to throw that disclaimer out there.
Yes. Yes, if a little language offends you, Sandi Lynn's not the all good though. Yeah, well, thanks so much for tuning in, hustlers. You can find me at freerealestateagenttraining.com. I am the designated managing broker of EXP Realty Iowa. If you need anything from me, you can reach out to me at 712-363-2399. Thanks so much and have a great day.